Welcome back, fellas, to another MLB live stream. Today we're back with Tony, and we have a pretty good slate for you guys. Obviously, this is not a live stream like some of you guys are used to. We are converting some of these into videos a few days a week when there are later games for you. So, guys, I know a lot of people wanted to say I wanted to go back more into detail, and this allows us to kind of crop it up to make everything faster for you guys, so you don't have to swift through an hour-long live stream. With that being said, Tony, we have a lot of games today.
Yes,
you
sir.
say you have a lot of plays. So we're going to start with the Baltimore Orioles and the Tigers for our first game. Plus 106 for the Orioles, minus 113 for the Tigers, over under 8.5. Money lines with the Tigers, spreads with the Tigers. Casey Mize is on the mound with Brandon Young. Do you have any plays for the first game we're going to go over today?
Not yet, but I can see myself getting on the over of 8.5 here. I think it's pretty good. I was also looking at possibly Tigers over, I believe it's 4.5 for some plus money there, or maybe even Brandon Young over 2.5 earned runs. Had a rough outing in his first start against the Reds. Still kind of early, hard to tell exactly what you're going to get from Brandon Young, but you know, young pitcher. You know, there's a lot of mistakes in his game, so Tigers offense is a little, you know, below average. Don't feel great about backing the Tigers offense, but you know what? Like they can show up in spots. So I don't have an exact play yet, but I definitely can see myself being on either the total or Tigers over, possibly even fading Brandon Young.
Yeah, I was going to say I might be on Tigers money line in general for this game. Just looking at it, I mean, pretty good value here. Minus 118, minus 112, minus 115 is what I'm seeing. So yeah, it's a pretty good value here. That's probably where I would lean if I had any plays, but I don't have any specific player props for this one.
Yeah, I don't hate it either. I just still don't really trust Casey Mize, even though he's been having a good season so far. Yeah, he'll do a good job at limiting hard contact, getting ground balls. But you know, we've seen a lot more bad Casey Mize than good throughout his career so far. So I'm still a little skeptical. And Orioles, you know, they're a tough opponent, so
of course.
I think I think that's also why I kind of lean the full game over, is that I kind of feel like Casey Mize can definitely be got to as well.
100%. Well, let's hop into the next one. We have the Mets and Nationals. Mets are minus 170. Nationals are plus 155. Over/under is 9.5 and 9. Money lines with the Mets, spreads with the Mets. Total is on the over. Kodai Senga and then Jake Irvin are on the mounds. A lot of people are on the Mets money line. That's kind of insane with how juiced it is, but that's the most popular pick in this one by far.
Yeah, I mean, Senga's having a good year. Jake Irvin is having a good year as well. I kind of think that he could possibly put together a pretty good season, but you know, some of his underlying metrics still do scare me. xERA 24th percentile, XBA 27th percentile. Doesn't get a whole lot of whiffs or chase. Does do a good job at you know, not walking batter. So yeah, he's had good starts so far in the season, and I believe even against tough opponents, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had a pretty good outing against the Dodgers this year. But you know, Mets is another tough opponent, and I don't know how stable Jake Irvin really is. And you know, I kind of like the Nats offense, kind of like the Mets offense. I actually did take the over of 8.5 earlier this morning. I don't even think it's at 8.5 anymore. I think it's 9.5 now.
9 you can get it at
and
120
for 9.5 over
9 for 9 over 9 you can get minus
9.
120.
Okay. Yeah, I got over 8.5 for minus 135. So I paid a heavy juice on it, but it was the only 8.5 left at ESPN Bet this morning. So I kind of just wanted to take it. I also think weather is going to be a big part in this one. There might be even a chance that it gets rained out, so it may not even matter. But we got moderate winds blowing out to left field will improve home run chances. So two good offenses, good over weather. I took the over 8.5. If you see 9 flats, I still think over 9, another good number there.
All right. Well, 9's not bad. 9 with the push, and again with the rain delay, we don't really know exactly what's gonna happen there, but I do like that. I liked over on the first 5 as well, 4.5. Felt like it was a pretty good spot. But again, if you want to do full game, it really will not make a difference. So Let's go down to the Blue Jays and Yankees. 7:05. My beloved Blue Jays played the Yanks today. It is going to be plus 123 for the Blue Jays, minus 127 for the Yankees. Over under is 9.5. Money line is with the Yankees. Spread is with the Yankees. Totals on the over. Barrios is on the mound, so that's gonna be a wishy-washy.
So you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, literally, actually, never know what we're gonna get. And Carrasco's on the other side. But what are your thoughts for this one?
I heard something the other day that I thought was so funny. It was like Barrios is just a random number generator with every single start. Like he just has, it doesn't matter the opponent, it's just random numbers throughout like ERA, whip, strikeout, whatever. So it's hard to really cap Jose Barrios starts. Don't love Carlos Carrasco at all. He's been bad for a couple years now, and underlying metrics don't really like him either. I don't actually have a play for this one. Is there anything that interests you? I can look through.
I didn't realize this was at Yankee Stadium. Fuck, I might have to go.
I actually am going to this game today. I don't. I'm not thrilled about it.
No
but
invite is crazy.
What's that?
I said no invite.
I'm going with a group of friends that are from out of town that want to go, and I'm like, to be honest, would rather stay home and just watch like all baseball games rather than be at one. But it is what it is. You gotta go out with people who are visiting you, right?
Wow.
It apparently is frowned upon to like not hang out with them.
Wow, I might have to buy tickets to this. I didn't even peep. All right, anyway. After looking through it, I don't really have any plays for this game. I hate betting on Barrios, as again, like you said, random number generator type of thing. Carrasco's kind of sucked, so maybe take anything. I don't know what his juice is at for earned runs. Plus 100 for over 2.5, but against 2.5, which don't love, but not bad value.
Jose Barrios super juiced at minus 155 for over 2.5 runs, but that also kind of feels good.
Yeah, you can get a minus 140 on ESPN Bet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's not like incredibly bad, but that feels like a good spot too. So I think this is gonna be a high scoring game, low key. Like I could see it going over 9, which is the total, minus 120.
Yeah, it's like two very shaky pitchers who are going to let up a lot of runs. I do think the weather, though. Oh, no. Weather's minimal impact. And Yankee Stadium, so,
Could be pretty good.
Could be an overplay there.
All right.
Over first 5, maybe.
Yeah, that could be a good spot.
Just let these starters get wailed on.
Then we have the Sox and Guardians over. Wow, exact dead even on the money lines. Over-under is 8.5 and 9. Boston money line is where the money is at. Spread is on Cleveland. Totals on the over. Lively and Hawk are on the mound. Oh, both have over 4.5 strikeout lines. The popular market, the market is on Boston money line. Where are you at for this one?
Oh man, dude, two pitchers. Once like it, I have no faith in. I mean, Tanner Houck had a good outing against the Sox last time out, but I really don't think that I can't back Tanner Houck right now. Ben Lively is fine. He's nothing sexy. Yeah, I don't have any plays on this one. I guess I would kind of lean over, although I think actually I'm seeing minus 124 for the over 8.5. I think that's also way too expensive for that. So I really have no plays on this one. Could run through the odds one more time. Do you got anything?
Yeah, no, I don't really have anything. We got time constraints, so we'll just keep it pushing. I don't want to really either force anything either, so we'll keep it pushing for this one. No real spot. Maybe Boston money line, but that's about it. All right, Astros and Royals are up next. Astros minus 111, Royals plus 104, over under 7.5 and 8. Money lines with the Astros. Spreads dead split 50.8 and 49.2, and then the total is on the under at 93%. Seth Lugo's on the mound. Hayden Wesneski's on the mound. What are your thoughts for this one? The market is on Seth Lugo strikeouts. So
it's interesting. So I took the over of 7.5. Got it at minus 120 at BetMGM. Like Lugo is a guy who I don't know. I think he's very decent. Obviously, he's coming off a super productive year, but even last year, like his underlying metrics were average. This year, his his ERA is like 3.9, WHIP 123, and a lot of his underlying metrics are still like pretty poor. I feel like the Astros will be able to take advantage of this pitching matchup. And on the other side, like Hayden Wesniewski's doing stuff that I think is like kind of cool. Doesn't walk a lot of batters, strikes out a good amount, but also kind of lets up a lot of hard contact. I don't think he's getting that many ground balls either. So, overall, I don't think it's that tough of a pitching matchup. So I think there should be runs in this game. 7.5 feels low to me. And the other one I took was Seth Lugo under 19.5 outs for -110 over at DK. Obviously, 19.5 outs is a huge fucking line. Granted, Lugo did get 20 outs in back-to-back games against the Yankees and the Tigers. The Royals really pushed Lugo to throw like 100+ pitches in a start. But, if he's getting hit around, like he's going to get pulled early. So it's it just feels like a really tall order to get 20 outs. So I took the under there as well.
Yeah, you're with the market there. That's the third most played thing today. You got good value on it, though. I think the value changed down to 118. You got good value. But yeah, no, that's a good spot. I was looking at the under there when I was like glancing through everything. I'm like, God damn, 19.5 is fucking high.
Dude, I don't know if that's
though. So
he does get pushed a lot, and I don't know if that's what his normal line is, but that's an insane marker to have. I feel like.
No, yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm like glancing through it now. It's just maybe it's because of the matchup. Matchup's good for him, but that feels it's. Oh, so I mean,
I don't even know if it is that good of a matchup.
Look at the 3 last games he's played though. 109 pitches, 98 and 105. So it's like pitching 109.
Dude throws a ton of fucking pitches.
Threw 109 pitches in 17 and only had 17 outs. So they don't really give a fuck.
But I mean,
a noodle.
I mean, I feel like there's games though where he's only throwing like 85 pitches because he's either like walking too many batters, letting up hits, letting up runs, whatever. Like I feel like they're only going to let him go that far if he's like legitimately pitching well, which I guess he could, but the dude could just hit too many pitches before 6 innings or just kind of get hit around by the Astros. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever set anyone's mark at 19.5 outs.
Yeah, no, that's actually insane. All right, but I don't have any plays for that game. I do have plays, not in this one, the next one. Angels, Twins, plus 180 for the Angels, minus 194 for the Twins, over under 7.5. Totals with the Twins, spreads with the Twins, totals on the over. Pablo Lopez and Kyle Hendricks are on the mound for today. Everyone's on Pablo Lopez under strikeouts. What do you have?
I haven't looked at his strikeouts yet, but I am on the over of 1.5 earned runs. Got that for plus 120 over at Caesars. I mean, Pablo Lopez in the couple starts that he has this year has done really well. But coming off a hamstring injury, kind of feel like, it could be a relatively rough start for him coming back from this injury. And I think that's what I'm banking on. It just 1.5 runs is a really low line. You can kind of just accidentally, let up a loop and a blast and you're over it. And I think for the plus money, it's a pretty good bet, had 2 or more earned runs in 63% of his starts last year. So, I don't know. I think maybe this Angels offense is getting a little underrated. And to be fair, not a great offense, but 1.5 just really low for a dude coming off a hamstring injury.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think that's a really good spot to get him at, especially for the good money. I'm looking at it right now. It's not a very popular play, but I definitely think it's a good one. I might tail that.
Yeah, I was also looking at like hits allowed, which I think is another good one because I thought it was. I might be mistaken. What is it? Yeah, it's at 3.5, which is extremely low, which kind of makes me think that maybe he won't go that far into this game. Like maybe he has a pretty low pitch count or something. But yeah, I kind of like hits allowed, but also kind of just I think I feel a lot better about the runs.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think I would lean runs there if I had to lean anything, just kind of looking at past history. again, a bloop and a blast. I mean, we're feeling good about 1.5. All right.
Yeah. I mean, again, like 3.5 is actually a stupid low number. He went over that 91% of his games last year.
Why it's so low? Is he having injury or something?
They must think that like he's on a really restricted pitch count or something. I don't know.
Pitched 70
Or
last game.
there's no way that they think this like Angels offense is this fucking bad.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know, but I'm out. Milwaukee Brewers, St. Louis Cardinals, plus 117, minus 125, over under 8. Money line is St. Louis. Spread is on Milwaukee. Totals on the under. Libator and Patrick are on the mound. Where are you at for this one, Stain?
I don't have anything on this game yet. I will just say, though, Libator doing some pretty good stuff this year. Might be in the midst of a breakout. Does a really good job at not walking batters, only walking 2% of his batters. Has a good xERA, decent amount of strikeouts. So I kind of like what Libator is putting together this year. On the other side, Chad Patrick, not so much. Doesn't have the greatest command, not the greatest strikeout stuff, doesn't get a ton of ground balls. I think he's a very average pitcher, if I'm being, a little nice. But, not too much that I'm seeing here in terms of like money line or total here.
I know we both said we had a lot of plays on for today, or the usual for us. Are they all probably on the same games?
I
don't have
possibly.
anything for this game.
I mean,
I'm a backloaded slate for today. I don't have anything else for this one, so we keep it pushing. Reds, Rockies. I do have no, I don't. I'm lying to you. Reds are minus 115, plus 110 for the Rockies. Over under 9.5. Money line is with Cincy. Spread is with Colorado. Totals on the under. Kyle Freeland and a boot is on the mound. Cincinnati money line is the top play for today, according to the markets, along with Kyle Freeland over on strikeouts.
Yeah, so two pitchers here in Abbott and Freeland who are actually having pretty good years, but like dudes that it feels kind of fake. So I don't know how much stock we want to put into it, but like, I get that it's in Colorado. 9.5 feels a little high for pitchers that are performing really well, but like Andrew Abbott is a fly ball pitcher in Colorado. That doesn't feel great. Kyle Freeland, I think is another fly ball pitcher. Like, just not a dude that I'm trying to back, especially in Colorado. No, I'm wrong. Actually, Kyle Freeland gets a ton of ground balls, but or at least this year he is. In the past, not so much. But so like I think I kind of lean the under, mostly because I think this Colorado offense is so bad that even playing at home doesn't really help them. But I still kind of feel sketched out with the pitchers. So maybe we just go like Reds team total over. Maybe we go Rockies team total under. Those are kind of some leans that I have there. If I had to pick a total for the full game, though, I'd probably lean under just because I feel like this Rockies offense is so bad. What are they at right now? Because I was just kind of saying that in general. I don't actually know what the numbers are.
This is Cincy. 4.5 minus 120. You can get 5.5 for plus 140. Colorado, it is 3.5 is what I'm looking at. 4.5. 4.5. You can get minus 125.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's like a ton of value in either one of those 4.5, but I do kind of like them. I think minus 130 is minus 130 is the best number for the Rockies under. I feel like they probably go under 4.5. Like, Abbott's been pitching well. There's a chance it all comes crashing down today, just because, like I said, Abbott, fly ball pitcher, now in Coors, like should be a recipe for disaster. But if I'm not mistaken, I think Abbott has fared well in a home start this year. Yeah, I mean, he did well in a game against the Pirates in Cincinnati. Pirates, obviously terrible offense, but Cincinnati is a very hitter-friendly ballpark, similar to Coors. So, he could get away with another quality start here.
That's where a lot of the bets are. Like, people are thinking he's gonna do really well. Over under 8.5 Ks is like a popular play as like a plus thing. Over 5.5 Ks.
I mean, okay, so in 11 innings pitched, he has 16 strikeouts. So he is punching people out at an insane rate right now. But we're talking about a dude who in 138 innings last year was only striking out 19.5% of his batters. So not a dude that I would really consider a strikeout guy. Didn't get a whole bunch of chase or whiff last year either. So
All right.
I'd be worried about a strikeout total even against the Rockies.
Yeah, no, I agree. We do have Marlins and Mariners up next. Plus 230 for the Marlins. Minus 253 for the Mariners. That'd be like the same dude. Remember the guy that asked us to take a bet like that of like minus 250 something? Anyway, over 7 to under 7.5. Money line is with Seattle. Spreads with Seattle. Totals on the over. Logan Gilbert and Call Quantrill are on the mounds. Seattle money line is the top play along with Logan Gilbert over 18.5 outs. Where are you at for this one? I have 2 plays, but what are your thoughts?
So I have Seattle minus 1.5. Got at minus 125 at BetMGM. Kind of expensive for a run line, but don't have a lot of faith in Cal Quantrill. Like terrible underlying metrics. I feel like on the surface he's not actually doing that bad. Just kidding. 8.31 ERA. That is fucking atrocious. But xERA in the 4th percentile, xBA in the 2nd percentile. Never liked what Cal Quantrill has to offer. Not that this Mariners offense is that good, but I kind of just it's kind of a bet between Logan Gilbert dominating a bad offense and then Cal Quantrill being a pretty poor pitcher here. So I have Seattle laying 1.5.
Yeah, no, I like that spot a lot, but I have Cal giving up over 2.5 earned runs. You can get at minus 115 on ESPN Bet. So I really like that spot. He's gone over this, obviously. 3 of his last 4 games. He has an 8 ERA. He's a 2.08 whip. His ERA is literally bottom 4 in all of the MLB right now. Like he's he's hot Cheetos. But I'm going to pair that with Logan Gilbert to record a win at minus 130 on DK. So obviously I'm just kind of taking the Seattle side of things. Getting Logan Gilbert to get a win here feels like a no-brainer. He's probably going to see, I would say, 6 innings. I think he can maybe extend into 7, but I would say he's definitely going to get 6 today. I think he dominates this matchup. I think they're going to be up a lot. I mean, obviously you took the minus 1.5. So yeah, I think they're going to win by a lot. I think Gilbert gets an easy dub along with Cal giving up a fuck ton of runs.
Yeah, I do kind of worry a little bit about the Mariners offense at home. Like it's a really good matchup for Cal Quantrill. I don't think it's I don't think it's going to matter. I could see Cal like getting out of 5 innings with only like 2 earned runs though. So I think that's kind of why I prefer the spread, but also one thing I thought was interesting, like 8.5 strikeouts is Logan Gilbert's line. Super fucking high. It is like plus 110, I think is the best number. Yeah, plus 110. It's high, but Gilbert at home gets a ton of punchies. I'm just saying, maybe we even ladder it to 9.5 for plus 215.
Plus 215.
Don't hate it.
I feel like that's
don't.
Just, I don't know if I can get the
I don't hate
for
Gilbert.
215 and 9.5. But
I mean, okay, let's look at this real quick. Gilbert at home. Gilbert has already done that in 2 of 5 starts this year, but all of last year at home, damn, not as much as I thought. 9.5. Wow, only 1 of his home starts. That's crazy. Wow, I not knowing any information prior, I could have sworn he would have been better at that.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair though, he does get 9 a lot. But going over 9.5, he only did once against Tampa Bay last year. We'll say, though, Marlins offense, good matchup for some punchies. And in Seattle, I don't know, man. Let's see.
Before you start going,
I don't know, dude. This is a heavy swing and miss team in Miami, dude. I think I'm gonna end up on it. Depending on who they start, I'll probably have to wait for an official lineup, but I like it.
All right, Braves, Diamondbacks. Before we go in a rabbit hole. Braves minus 130, Diamondbacks plus 115, over-unders 8.5, totals on Atlanta, spreads on Arizona, totals on the over. Chris Sale and Gallen are on the mounds for this. Obviously, 2 elite pitchers. Where are you feeling for this game?
So I actually took the over of 8 in the full game, minus 118 over at DraftKings. Chris Sale, obviously elite, but kind of struggling a little bit. 6.17 ERA, or 1.63 WHIP. So terrible, like actual production. Underlying metrics are fine. His xERA, xBA, 45th and 44th percentile. So also not great, like very average. Way worse than you would expect Chris Sale to be at. So like I'm not worried about Chris Sale long term, but just while he is kind of in a slump a little bit, you know, maybe we take advantage of there. D-backs, obviously phenomenal offense, tough matchup for anyone. And then on the flip side, Zach Gallen, like, I don't know. I've been backing Zach Gallen all year, thinking that like he could snap into form early this season. He's just not doing that, you know. 5.60 ERA, 1.43 WHIP. Braves offense. I think it's just two really good offenses going up against two pitchers who I believe in, but are also struggling this year. So I think 8 is a good number to go over.
Yeah, no, I like the over for sure. I was looking at that a little bit earlier today. I just didn't love getting into -125. I don't know why I kind of knocked my confidence in it, but I definitely still could take it at the -125, -130 value and be fine.
I mean, that's just 8. You can get over 8.5 for even odds, and I think that's a really good play too.
I feel like a lot of times I always opt for the 8s and like even numbers to get the pushes. I mean, again, maybe that's just me, but being a conservative fuck. But you prefer the 8.5s, like just to get the little bit of value?
Not really. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I do prefer I thought you were saying, do I prefer the 8s? I prefer that. I took an 8 today. I don't honestly know why. I normally feel like I prefer like the 8.5s for the even odds, just get the better price. And the thing is like I feel like especially with a number like 8, there's a decent chance that the game ends up like 4-4, in which case you basically win with an 8.5. So I think that even though that's like a small chance, I think that always kind of like is in my head where I'm like, you know, technically there's a way where it's stuck at 8, but it has to go over 8.5, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's fair. All right.
I'm always like, when in doubt, just take the better price, you know?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Fair enough. Tampa Bay, the Padres, we got next. Tampa Bay +127, Padres -130. Over under, you can get at 6.5 and 7. Money line is with San Diego. Spreads of San Diego. Totals on the under. Shane Baz, the BDG GOAT. Tyrone Tracy's favorite pitcher. Michael King on the other side of things. The community play. Shane Baz over K's. What you got?
Yeah, I don't have anything on this game yet, but I mean, it should be a really exciting matchup between Michael King and Shane Baz. Two guys who are having good seasons, high upside pitchers, you know, in San Diego, very pitcher friendly. I like the under of 7.5. I don't know if I'm actually going to play it though, because I think -133 is the best price that we're seeing. And I think that's a little expensive for an under here, but that's kind of the direction I lean. In terms of strikeouts, what'd you say Shane Baz was at? That's the most popular one?
5.5.
5.5 Ks. I mean, Padres is a tough lineup to strike out. Don't know if I really like that one, to be honest. I think I'd rather go Michael King strikeouts if I'm going to take a strikeout line in this one. Do you have plays for this one?
Not for this game. I have plays for our next game. I have 2 of them, so
all right.
We can keep it pushing. Yeah, we'll just go this one. Pirates and Dodgers, +186. Dodgers -202. Over under 6.5. Under 7. Everything's on the Dodgers. Spreads on the Dodgers. Totals on the under. Yoshi versus Skeens. I do have the Pirates under team total in the first 3 innings at 0.5. -125.
Yoshi to go 3 innings, no earned runs.
Yeah, I feel like it's very likely with how bad the Pirates offense is. Plus, Yoshi's only allowed a run in 2 of his last 5 starts, going 3 straight outings without a single run. He's just been elite this season, obviously boosting a 3-1 record, has a .09 ERA with a .08 WHIP. Ranks top 10 in pretty much every top metric in the MLB, obviously all the overlying ones this season. Plus, the Pirates have never faced him before, so that kind of gives him a huge edge going into the game when you haven't seen a pitcher's stuff before. So I really like Yoshi in this matchup. And to get that team total where it is, I feel really good about.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I was kind of looking at Yoshi over 18.5 outs. Obviously, like, tall order, but it is the Pirates offense, which is pretty bad, and it's plus 140. So I think it's good value. I haven't taken it myself. At the end of the day, I don't know if I'm really going to, but I think I think that's kind of where like my strongest lean for this game is.
Yeah, no, I like that spot a lot. I also lean the under in the first 5 of 3.5. It's a low line, but I mean both these pitchers are just elite.
Yeah, I know it's tough. It's like
I wanted to.
It is
I
the
like
Dodgers
the
offense though,
yeah.
so I feel like if Yoshi lets up like 1, then unfortunately, like, you know, the Dodgers can just get to Skeens for a couple and then just toast.
Yeah,
it's a fine line to balance between, you know.
For sure. But yeah, so all right, that's pretty much all I have for that game. Unless you have anything else to add, but I just had that play.
No, I'm good.
For the White Sox Athletics, we have next plus 204, minus 222 for the Athletics. Over 9 and under 9.5 is the total. Money line is with the Athletics, spreads with the Athletics, totals on the over. Luis Severino is on the mound. Sean Burke and Tyler Gilbert both have lines. I'm assuming Sean Burke is starting.
Yeah, it looks like Sean Burke. I don't know why.
I don't know why they're showing. Anyway, I think it's Sean Burke. That's what I had written down. And Luis Severino. I do have a Severino play. I have him to go under 5.5 hits allowed.
Same. I'm on it with you.
Let's fucking go. Go. Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk through it, you can, but I really like this spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's the White Sox offense. They're not very good. And Luis Severino's having a fine season. Nothing spectacular. But this was a dude who all of last year, let me pull up his numbers, got a ton of ground ball, 72nd percentile, did a great job at limiting hard contact. XBA is not like exactly where I'd want it to be, only 47th percentile, but just did a really good job at limiting hits last year. And even if he's not off to the start that you'd love to have this year, it's, again, not an atrocious start or anything, but some of his underlying metrics don't look great this year so far. But against the White Sox, like, it's all Severino today.
Yeah, no, I agree. Anytime you can match up against the White Sox and get a pitcher that's been kind of mid, and you can kind of take the advantage there because you know he's going to bounce back. I really like that spot. White Sox are a great bounce back team, so I like Severino here a lot today. Plus, again, like you said, all the metrics really checked out for it. So,
the other one play that I think is interesting, I might get onto, but last time I checked, it was like minus 115. I was hoping that it would be plus money, but I might just get on it anyways by the time the game rolls around. Is A's minus 1.5. I think A's are just like a lock to win in this situation, and you know, again, I wish I got plus money for them to win by 2, but if I need to play, if I'm down bad and I need a makeup call at the end of the night, A's minus 1.5 is probably getting on the card.
Just you're like, fuck, I need one more. Nah, I like that.
If my starter bets are getting rocked and I need a call in a reliever, it's A's minus 1.5.
Yeah, locked up. Rangers and Giants are the last game today at 10:15. Minus 101, minus 106 for the Giants. Over 7.5 is the total. Money lines with with Texas. Spreads with San Francisco. Totals on the over. Nathan Eovaldi and Verlander on the mounds. Community play is over 5.5 Ks for Eovaldi. Where are you at for this one?
You know, I was looking at Verlander strikeouts once again. Let me find what it is. I think it was set at, is it 4.5 or 5.5? 5.5. No, sorry. That's super juiced. Justin Verlander under 4.5 strikeouts plus 125. I think that's really good value. I think that's my favorite play, but also got pretty fucking burned by it last time out. I still don't. Verlander might have like figured some things out in his last start, which I don't want to put it past him because this is a dude who like year after year is constantly just figuring it out. Like, that's what he does. But like, also, this is a dude who last year was only striking out 18.7% of his batters. So I kind of feel like it's a high line, but something is kind of making me hesitate here. But for the plus money, I think I'm probably going to end up on the Verlander strikeouts, under strikeouts. And then if he burns me one more time, I'll never do it again.
One more time, and then it's over forever, Jehovah. All right. I like the spot. I understand the thinking. I just don't know if I can trust him.
I think it's a good matchup for the Rangers in terms of avoiding strikeouts. So there's that too. Like, I do think it's a really good play, but who was Verlander pitching against last week? I forget who it was. Verlander, the Angels.
Yeah, Angels, and then he got. Well, your line would have hit against the Phils, but he cooks Cincy. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a ton of strikeouts against against teams where they strike out a ton.
Yeah,
he's definitely cooked them. But I mean, even Seattle's a team that strikes out a bunch too, and only got 2 Ks. Away from Seattle, like, I don't know. It's a tough call with Verlander but for plus money, I think I really like his under Ks.
Yeah, no, that's a good spot. That is going to be it for today. Make sure if you guys want, I know someone commented on I should have mentioned this in the beginning, but I know someone commented on the last video, or Alex, you can cut this part straight to the beginning if you see this part. If you guys want all of our plays and you guys want to see them all in full length, or whatever, everything we put down and we actually place, not just our leans, make sure to go follow on the Discord. And if you have any questions, you can also at us in the Discord, and we'll normally get back to you as fast as possible about any plays you like or whatnot. And we kind of yap about different stuff in there. I know Tony, when he gets moving, he will literally take anyone's suggestion on any game and give you a play. So if you want any plays there, make sure to hop in the Discord. It's literally in the description down below, so make sure to go check it out there. And we'll catch you guys next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that sort of fun shit. Oh,
you forgot dog of the day.
Oh my god, how did I forget the dog of the day? We just going Blue Jays plus 120 and calling it a day.
Ew. That's gross.
Okay, all right.
I think Nats or live dogs. I was kind of trying to look through it quickly. Nats might be my favorite. I don't love it though. I could see D-backs being a pretty good play for dogs. I think I lean D-backs.
I'm looking right now. I think I lean D-backs too. Zach Gallen gets a bounce back game.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm backing Gallen one more time, but I kind of feel it.
All right. We'll back Gallen one more time. Plus 115 on an ESPN bet is going to be the best value, even though they literally don't let me bet anymore on there. It's really annoying. But make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, all that sort of fun shit down below, and hammer Arizona Diamondbacks money line. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.